this is Frank here, and I'm going to show you guys how to create a very simple, very fast to make type of insurgency mission. Very, not sophisticated at all. Kind of insurgency mission for Arma 3 using just ALiVE. We're not going to use any scripts in this video. So basically, the first thing I did was create a marker over where the player base will be, which is in the southeast corner of Klafgan. That's basically just this air base. Next thing we're going to do, and we named it blue base underscore marker. You can see right here. Copy that. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is click the unit creation tool in the top left, little lonely guy up there, and then zoom in and find a nice village to spawn the guys. We'll do it right here. So now that we have our player placed, I'm actually going to name him P1. P1 set captive false. This command basically is just going to make it so that I don't get attacked by insurgents. Just so that I could show off where they're spawning and how many of them are spawning and all that. Second thing we want to do is create a game logic in the center of the map. It actually doesn't matter where you place it, but I like to put it in the center. And make sure you name it server. So class is objects, unit is game logic, side is game logic, and name it server. Azimuth doesn't really matter, we'll set it to 0. Alright, and now we get to the modules placing part. This is very easy. This really requires no brain at all to even do this. So first, we're just going to place about somewhere between 6 and 8 modules. So first module you want to place, make sure the category is set to ALiVE modules, and the module creation tool is on the left of the screen. 3 little boxes. Click that. Double click on the map. Set the category to ALiVE modules, and set the first module to be ALiVE required. We're not going to debug. Actually, yes we are. Let's debug for testing purposes, for demonstration purposes. Another module will be ALiVE player options. This allows you to change your view distance and stuff like that. I'm not going to enable any player persistence whatsoever. It's better for performance. And I believe you need to have your server on the ALiVE war room thing signed up. Kind of a pain in the ass, so we're not using that. And we're not using any tags because I use AGM, so tags are disabled. We're really just using that module for the view distance, the benefit. Next thing is ALiVE virtual AI system. We'll set this to 700 for both heli and, well, heli doesn't matter, but we'll just leave it like that. And finally, the fifth one is civilian placement module. This is so that civilians can spawn. We don't want civilians spawning in the base, so we'll name blue base marker as the blacklist marker. The faction by default is civ_f. These are the Altus civilians you see in default vanilla Arma 3, but we're going to be using the aggressor civilians. So their class name is CAF_AG_ME_civ. Placement level will be extreme, so it places a shit ton of civilians throughout the map, and we'll use a low ambient amount of vehicles. That way there's only 1 or 2 vehicles per village, if that. Next we'll place the civilian population module. Debug, yes. The distance will be 700. Blue for hostility would be high. We don't want to. We could set to extreme too if you want. This basically means that there's a high probability that the civilians will dislike you, and that could eventually, if you're in the village for a very long time, it could lead up to them going rogue and pulling out guns on you or strapping in a suicide vest, stuff like that. But usually, not every single guy is a radical Islam fucking terrorist. So most of them are just gonna really if they dislike you, they're just gonna like watch you, keep their distance. They don't want anything to do with you. They kind of very well, they'll just run up to you and kind of try to intimidate you. It's weird, but yeah. Not all of them are suicide bombers, eventually. As far as I know. And then there's these last two modules. We'll do two modules. There's the AI skill module. If you're using a modded AI for your server, then this is probably not necessary. But just for testing purposes or whatever, we're gonna set the faction to the CAF aggressors tribal Taliban guys, and this is their faction class name. CAF_AG_ME_T, and that is it. This makes it so that they don't have robotic accuracy, and they're not too smart or too dumb. And finally, last but not least, we're going to be creating a military close quarter battle module. Basically leave everything as default, but we're going to set the percentage to 30%. Density will be low, and the AI amount will be pair, so the most you'll see in a building is 2 guys. But if you want, you could have up to a fire team in a building, but that could look a little ridiculous when you have 4 guys trying to cram into a shed. So, and we're just going to set it to static. So make sure that the faction is set to the right thing. The tribal Taliban guys. And the blacklist marker will be the base marker we did in the beginning of the mission creation. And that is it. That's literally all you have to create. The IED, you have all these other great modules to use, like even respawn module, IEDs. You go more sophisticated with the types of insurgents that spawn throughout the map and how they react to you clearing out towns and stuff. Friendly logistics, enemy logistics, close air support, all this other shit. But we'll go over that in another video. So all we really did was place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 modules, and that is it. And a marker, and a game logic, and a player unit. And now we could effectively just play. Just jump in a game and play. Which is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go into this village, and it's gonna be spawning insurgents and civilians. And I've already put in a command into my little unit, so that they don't attack me. So if you do see the insurgents that are armed and stuff, they're not gonna attack me because I am marked as a captive. But I'll disable it so you guys can see, how they'll react, obviously. Sometimes the placement of vehicles is weird. Got one civilian walking around. It usually takes up to a minute to spawn everything. Sometimes you'll notice a lot of stuttering or weird lag, but after about a minute it goes away. Since we're the debug enabled, we can see where all the civilians are spawning. I forgot to enable debug for CQB, so all the bad guys, but let's see, where are we? Doesn't matter. See, a lot of civilians. I don't see many insurgents. For every single, I believe how we said it is so that for every single building, there's a 30% chance that an insurgent or 2 can spawn per building. For each building. Oh, nope. It's a civilian. There's also parked cars that spawn with the civilians, and these vehicles actually belong to civilians. So maybe if you stay in this village long enough, you'll see a civilian take his car out and he'll go out to town. Maybe he'll drive up north to a city over here, and then he'll come back and stuff like that. This guy is probably not a fan of US troops, so he gets scared. That's usually what happens. If they don't like you, but they're not, radical, they act scared or they just act very suspicious. Maybe he's gonna go plant an ID, who knows. This village seems kinda dead. There's no insurgents here, so let's go to another village. Oh right, because I'm using ALiVE and will let me teleport on the map, so that's cool. Let me go into camera mode. It's gonna be laggy, because one of my mods seems to conflict with using the camera. Alright, spawn right in the dead center of the row here. And you'll see in a second, people spawning. Got like a guy in the orchard here. There you go, fucking insurgents finally. It's being friendly because I'm set as captive, so what I'm gonna do is set this to false. So now I'm actually not set as captive. I think the civilians will actually react to me shooting now. So you get a better idea of how insurgents will react. If a, player is here. It's actually a lot of civilians here. And you can adjust the amount of civilians that spawn enemies. So yeah, that's how to create an insurgency type of mission using just ALiVE. You can modify it as much as you want through the editor, like I was showing you guys. And actually, just to give you an example of how you could see, if you thought that there wasn't enough insurgents, which is understandable, you just click the module here. You can set the probability to 40% or even 50%. And you could even set the density higher as well. So yeah, that's how to create a very simple, very quick insurgency type of mission. Just placing fucking 7 modules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And then I'll create another video going into depth, more detail about the other modules and shit like that. And using scripts to make it an actual insurgency type mission. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.